The Galactic Council's war room fell silent as Admiral Zektar studied the holographic display floating before him. Red markers indicated fallen worlds, each one a testament to the Vortic Empire's relentless advance across the Outer Rim. In 3 months, they had conquered 17 systems, enslaved billions, and shown no signs of slowing their campaign. "The situation is unprecedented," announced Counselor Yith, her crystalline voice resonating through her translator. "No species has ever matched the Vortic's military efficiency. Their kill ratios are astronomical. Each Vortic warrior eliminates an average of 47 defenders before falling." Murmurs of despair rippled through the assembled delegates. The Altarians. Tentacles drooped. The silicon-based Corvin dimmed their bioluminescent patches. Even the proud warrior caste of Theta Prime seemed deflated. "There is one option we haven't considered," Admiral Zektar said slowly, his 4 eyes focusing on a small blue dot in the database. "The humans." The reaction was immediate. Scoffs, clicks of disapproval, and what could only be described as alien laughter filled the chamber. "The humans?" Counselor Yith's form flickered with what her species considered amusement. "Admiral, with respect, they've barely achieved interstellar travel. Their technology is primitive, their bodies fragile. What could they possibly offer?" "Against the Vortic?" "Desperation," Zektar replied simply. 3 days later, Captain Sarah Chun of the Terran Colonial Marines stood in that same war room, her black combat fatigue stark against the gleaming surfaces. She was unremarkable by galactic standards, average height, standard bipedal configuration, no natural weapons or armor. The assembled aliens regarded her with barely concealed pity. "Captain Chun," Counselor Yith began, "we appreciate Earth's enthusiasm, but perhaps you don't fully understand the magnitude of this threat. The Vortic are apex predators. They evolved on a death world where everything tried to kill them, where only the strongest survived. Each of their soldiers is worth 50 of ours." Captain Chun nodded politely. "I see. And what's their average kill count?" "As I mentioned, approximately 47 confirmed eliminations per warrior," Yith replied proudly, as if delivering good news. Chun turned to the holographic display, studying the tactical readouts with professional interest. "That's impressive. Very impressive." The aliens relaxed slightly. At least the human understood the gravity of the situation. Shen continued examining the data. "I notice most of your casualties come from direct engagement. Frontal assaults, orbital bombardments, siege warfare. The Vortic seem to prefer conventional tactics." "Indeed," Admiral Zektar confirmed. "They are methodical, efficient. They establish orbital superiority, deploy ground forces, eliminate resistance, then move to the next target. It's brutally effective." Chun pulled up additional files. "I'm curious about something. What's the typical kill count for your elite forces?" Lieutenant General Mordak of Theta Prime stepped forward, his scaled chest swelling with pride. "My personal tally stands at 19 enemy combatants over 4 campaigns. I am considered among our finest warriors." Chun nodded respectfully. 19. That's really good." She paused, then asked with genuine curiosity, "Would you like to know mine?" The room fell quiet. Several aliens exchanged glances that suggested they were humoring a child. "By all means," Counselor Yith said graciously. Chun tilted her head slightly, as if the question required clarification. "This year or just this planet?" The silence stretched uncomfortably. Admiral Zektar's translator crackled as it struggled with the implication. "I'm sorry," he said carefully. "Could you repeat that?" "My kill count," Chun explained patiently. "Are we talking about this year's total, or do you want me to limit it to just confirmed kills on this planet? Because if it's the latter, the number's obviously 0 since I just arrived. But if you want this year's running total..." She pulled out a small device and scrolled through data. "Let's see. January through March was mostly cleanup operations on Kepler 442b. That's about 4,000 confirmed. not counting artillery strikes where individual targeting couldn't be verified. The translator units began emitting error sounds. Chung continued, oblivious to the growing shock around her. April was quieter, maybe 1,500 during the uprising on New Brisbane. May through July was the big push against the Centauri separatists, so that bumped numbers up significantly. August was mostly training new recruits, so just a few hundred during live-fire exercises gone wrong. September ... She frowned. What month is it now in Galactic Standard? September? Admiral Zektar whispered. Right, so September's still early. But we had that incident with the space pirates near Proxima Station, so add another 2,000 give or take. She looked up from her device. All told, this year I'm sitting at roughly 23,416 confirmed. Kills. Give or take a few dozen, sometimes the math gets fuzzy when you're calling in orbital strikes. The war room had gone completely silent, except for the humming of life support systems. Lieutenant General Mordoc's scales had gone pale. 20-3,000. Just this year, Chun confirmed helpfully. Career total is significantly higher, but I figured you probably wanted recent numbers for assessment purposes. Counselor Yif's crystalline form flickered rapidly. You've eliminated 23,000 combatants in 8 months? Well, not just combatants, Chen corrected. That includes pirates, insurgents, hostile wildlife, malfunctioning AEs, and one particularly aggressive hive mind. Oh, and about 200 of our own people. But those were mercy kills during the bioweapon incident on Titan. Still counts toward the tally, though. Admiral Zektar leaned forward, his 4 eyes focusing intently. Captain Chen, exactly how many humans are in your military? Chun shrugged. Active duty? Maybe 200 million across all branches. But that's just regular military. Doesn't count reservists, militia, private contractors, or the folks who technically aren't supposed to exist. She paused thoughtfully. Oh, and that's just the official military. Doesn't include police forces, corporate security, criminal organizations, or that weird cult on Mars that's technically pacifist, but somehow has the highest body count in the outer colonies. The alien stared at her with something approaching. Existential horror. Captain, Admiral Zektar said slowly, how long has your species been spacefaring? Oh, barely a century. We're still figuring things out. Chun smiled cheerfully. But we're fast learners. She gestured toward the holographic display. So, about these Vorthik. When do we start? In the stunned silence that followed, one thought seemed to occur to every alien present simultaneously. Perhaps they had been asking the wrong species for help. Perhaps they should have been asking the Vorthik if they needed protection from the humans. The war, as it turned out, lasted exactly 6 weeks. The galaxy would never be quite the same.